Did you know that leg strength is one of the most important indicators of overall health, regardless your age? Many people struggle with leg strength as they age, which can lead to limited mobility and increased risk of injury. But it doesn't have to be this way. And today I'm going to show you two of the best exercises you can do in the comfort of your home that's going to help improve your overall leg strength. So are you ready for two secret exercises that's going to strengthen your legs? Well, it's not that these two exercises are secret exercises, but it's more in the execution of these exercises that makes it my secret exercises. And the first one is going to be the single leg deadlift. It's one of the exercises I always go back to with any of my patients who've got hip problems, lower back problems, balance problems, anything like that. I give this to them as a super power builder. So we're going to start off with finding yourself something to hold on to maybe in the beginning until your balance is well established. The second thing you need is a dumbbell. It can be anything from a 1 kilogram dumbbell up to a 5 or even a 10 kilogram dumbbell, depending on your physical capability. But I recommend starting with something light. It is important that we do have something in our hands, especially on the opposite side. Let me explain. We've got our chair, and the leg that we're going to be standing on is going to be the one closest to the chair, meaning that you're going to have the weight on the opposite side of the body of the leg which you are standing on. It's very important that you do the opposite or contralateral, because if you stand on the same side, you will not get the benefit of what this exercise is designed for to do. So we're standing on, let's say, my right leg, and I'm holding the weight on the left-hand side. So the first thing you'll notice is when you pick up your leg, it feels like, because of the weight, it wants to pull your hip down. And that is okay, because what you want to do is you want to stimulate the muscle. You want to create that reactive force in the hip that's going to pull up that muscle into the correct position, and then you're going to go forward and come back up. So you're going to tilt as far forward as you can, keeping the back straight, chest up, looking straight ahead, and keeping a soft bend in the knee, and try to get that back leg as straight as you can. And it's also important not to try and overbalance or try and grab the chair too much, but just lightly have your hand there, but try to engage your balance by not holding on too tightly. Just gently keeping your hand over your chair, and I can really feel this glute working. Let's go for 5 more. 1, oh, that's burning. And 2. Now, if I move my hand and I move the weight up to there, slightly away from my knee, I can feel the increase in tension on this glute med muscle, yeah, and on the glute max all the way down the hamstring, getting into the calf. And if I bring it back, just let it hang. It's still there, but it's not as intense. So you can play around with the weight position further away from the body, or further away from your center line rather. Further away from the center line, the more increase in tension on that glute muscle. And if you bring it back to our neutral position, it's not as bad. So maybe start with that one and relax. Wow. All right, I'm going to change hands and change around so you can see what it looks from the other side. And from there, breathe in and out. In and out. Keeping the knee nice and soft, keeping my chest up, keeping a nice neutral spine. Neutral meaning that the alignment of the spine is its natural curvature, which has got a little bit of a lordotic curvature at the bottom, and that it's not flat. 7, I'm going to experiment with my hand a bit, keeping the hand out. 8, I can really feel the increase in tension. 9, 10, and let's go for 5 more. 1, try to maybe practice doing this completely on your own balance, but always keep a hand out. 13, and 2 more. Also try not to place the foot onto the ground, because every time you put your foot down, this muscle relaxes, and we don't want that. We want to maintain time under tension and go for that ever so sought after burn and relax. So our next secret exercise is going to be the step or elevated lunge. But again, like I said, the secret sauce comes in how we execute this exercise. So for that, we're going to use a step box, and I've set it actually quite high. I think it's on the full 25 centimeters height. The higher, the easier it is going to be to perform. And we're going to be needing our chair or a surface area that we can hold on for support. Now, to start off this exercise, we are not going to have the box put out in front of us like a traditional step. We're going to turn it completely sideways like that. And from there, we're going to stand right behind the box. And then I want you to take a step towards the side of the box. Now I've got an open space in front of me. I'm in between the chair and the box. The idea of this is it's very important. We're going to be building mobility, getting you through your full range of motion in your ankle, hip, and knee, as well as then build strength in those deep ranges. Now, this is going to be a challenging exercise. Again, like I said, start off with what you've got. You might start a little bit higher and then slowly progress, getting into that depth slowly but surely. So from there, I'm going to start. I don't even have any weights in my hands. You can always add a weight later on. So from here, I'm going to step onto the box, making sure that my body still faces forward. I don't want to step towards the box. I want to step through this space in the front. My foot is still straight. And then from there, I'm going to hold or just touch the chair. I'm onto my heel on the back foot. And now I'm going to go down as far as I can, moving this knee slightly out so that I get the stretch on the adductors on the inside. Heel remains flat, toe remains pointed forward, and the back of my hip is getting a good stretch. And I almost want to touch my knee on the floor. In fact, I can touch my knee on the floor. Now I'm in a complete resting position, almost like my resting squat that I've always been doing and showing on this channel. And then from there, I'm going to breathe out and push myself back up. Now I can either stay in this position or I can step back. Stepping every time is a little bit more advanced. So maybe start off with just your foot on the box and then going straight down, moving the knee out, keeping the chest up, a slight lean forward, breathe in and out. And again, breathe in and out, in and out. Let's keep going, breathe in and out. I'm actually using 2/3 of my weight is on the front leg and only 1/3 is in the back. I'm making sure that my foot in the back rolls forward from heel to toe so that I get my big toe to stretch as well. Very important for balance. 7 and 3 more. 8. Making sure this knee is actually on the outside of the small foot. And 2 more. 9. And last one. And 10. And relax. And we're going to move over to the other side. I'm going to show without the support. I've got this open space and I'm going in. Breathe in and down. Move this knee out. Feeling a nice stretch on the inside of the thigh. Breathing in and out. Push off. And again, I'm going to do the other one where I'm stepping every time. So you can choose which one, the step or the static lunge. And let's go 3. Knee out. Feel the stretch on the adductor side. I'm feeling everything opening up on this hip, allowing me to go down and touching my knee on the floor and back. This is obviously the most difficult version, is going all the way down, let the knee touch off a 25 centimeter step box, going completely into my full range of motion in my ankle, hip and knee, and also pausing at the bottom. So I'm allowing all the elasticity to get out of my muscle to not actually help me to get back up. I have to rely now on brute strength from a dead stop position. 7, let's go for 3 more. Breathe in and just let that elasticity out. It's important to spend the time down there if you really want to build that range of motion. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, I can actually feel myself dropping deeper in. I can actually put my hand on the box. And let's go for 1 more. Sure, these legs are burning. Last one. And hold. And back up. Now just to recap, you can start off holding both hands either on a chair, one hand, or both hands on your knee, and work with the range you've got for now. It's important to slowly get yourself in. Okay. Also watch the knee. You don't want the knee to drift over the toes. Not yet, not initially. The rule is you first need full range of motion there before you can start moving over onto your toes and your knees. This is a different strengthening exercise, allowing the knee to pass over the toes and actually rolling onto your ball of your foot. Okay, so there's a lot of different movement patterns that stem from this. This is not a bad thing for the knee, but if you do not have full range of motion in your hip and your knee, and you still go over your toes, you're putting a lot of unnecessary stress on the knee. Okay, only once it's in a full flex position, you can do that, and that'll actually help strengthen your knee. And come back up and relax. So give this a try. Be very careful. It is a very difficult exercise. Maybe start off with the first one for a couple of times and slowly move on to the second one. Like I said, the secret to these exercises is the actual technique and how we perform them if you want to get the most out of these exercises. If you like this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment down below and tell me how your leg exercises are going. See you next time.